Hey guys, welcome back to Sudoku Maniacs. It has been rightly said that most of our inventions, discoveries, and creations are by accident. And nothing could be more truer than that for this classic Sudoku that I'm presenting today. I was actually trying to create a Sudoku classic for my website for the daily play today, and it turned out to be quite tough. So, just to make sure that it had a unique solution, and to grade it, I put it in the wiki solver. It is basically a website which grades a Sudoku and tells us whether it has a unique solution or not. And it rated this classic as a diabolical Sudoku. So when I tried to solve it, I realized that it covered nearly all the solving techniques that we had seen in our previous videos, all clubbed into one Sudoku. Now, seldom do we get to find one single classic which uses multiple advanced techniques. So, just to name a few, we use the swordfish technique in this. We use the X wing, the XYZ wing, the coloring or the skyscraper technique, the concept of pairs, hidden and naked pairs, and all these combined together to bring the solution to us. Now, I do understand in a normal competitive environment, we may be tempted to use the uniqueness option, that is, if there is a pair of two digits, then in a corresponding pair we can't have the same two digits repeating because that would provide a non-unique solution. But that is with the assumption that the creator has already found a unique solution. It is not necessarily a benchmark to gauge whether the puzzle has a unique solution or not. So while solving or testing, I normally avoid using the what is a uniqueness theory. So without wasting much time, why don't we just jump in and see how this puzzle comes across. So let's just start off 1 and a 4. Okay, so these will be 1, 4, 1, 4. 3, 3 can't be here, so that's my 3, that's a 3, and that's a 3. Okay, so we have nearly got all the 3's. Good. 9, 9, that's a 9. We may as well add the pencil marks of 5 and 8. So 8 with the 8 logged here has to be an 8. 4, it cannot be here, it can't be here, so that's my 4. So this becomes a 1 and a 4. I get a 1, 6 pair. So we have finished all the 4's as well. Sounds good. 1 cannot be here, 1 is locked in this. 1, 1. So that's a 1, and this is a 1. This is a 2, 6. This again is a 2, 6 pair, so I can place the 8 here. This is a 2, 7, and this is a 6, 7. Good enough. Now let's try to put in all the pencil marks in case we have no. Oh, this also is a 9. Let's try to do the numbers first. 2, 6, 5, 7, and 8. 5 cannot be here, so that's my 5, 8, 7, 8. With a 2, 6. Now I got a 6 here. 6 and a 2. So this has to be a 1, 7. 1, 7, 8. With a 2. This is a 2, 7. This would be 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Let's try to fill it up. 1, 5, 7, 8. 1, 5, 7. This would be a 5, 7. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. 2, 5, 7. 2, 5, 7. 2, 7, 9. Sorry. 2, 7, 9. 2, 7, 9. 2, 5, 8. 2, 5, 8. 5, 6. 2, 8. 2, 8. That's a 5 by classic rules. this would be 269, 269, 256, and this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and again 257. All right. Now we see that no proper progress can be made here. As I said, I'm going to ignore the uniqueness for now because I have a 2 8 here, 2 8 here. In a competitive environment, yes, I would assume the 2 cannot be here because this would become a 2 8, which would make it non-unique. But that's good for a competitive environment, assuming there's a unique solution. But here we don't know if it's unique or not, right? So I avoid using that when I'm testing out a puzzle. Now, going by the 2's, for column row 3, I have the 2's here, row 5 here, row 7 here. Oh yes, so I have 3 rows and 3 columns, which is a skyscraper, sorry, a swordfish. So basically what it means is, for these 3 rows, the 2 is logged in these gray cells. And in those 3 columns, it cannot occur anywhere. So we can safely eliminate the 2's from here, right? So we identified the first technique, the swordfish was used, sorry, but now what else? Okay, because of this, this became a 5, 6, and again I have a 5, 6, so I can remove the 5 because I have a pair of 5, 6, so this becomes a pair of 2, 8. And now, oh yes, the 5s. Since we remove the 5 from row 9, column 1, in column 1, the 5 is in row 2 and 8. Row 8, column 8, it's again in row 2 and 8. So that gives me a X-wing. So since the column 5s in these two columns are logged in row 2 and 8, the other cells in these two rows cannot have a digit 5. So we can eliminate the 5s from there, right? So we have used the swordfish, we have used the X-wing, and yet we have not made any breakthrough. No wonder the Wikisolver rated this as a diabolical Sudoku. But with the 5 going away from here, let's look at these 3 cells. That's right, we got the X, Y, Z, and wing, right? We have 5, 6, 7 acting as the X, Y, Z. So let's look for a cell which is buddy to all 3, which is this one. What it means is 7 being the X, Y, Z, which is common to all 3 cells. It will not repeat here. You may ask how. Well, if row 2 column 8 was a 7, it obviously gets eliminated. But if this was a 5, it would push the 7 to row 8 column 8, which again eliminates the 7 from the green cell. And if this was a 6, that is the row 2 column 8 was a 6, then this would become a 7, which again eliminates. So irrespective of which digit comes in row 2 column 8, I cannot have a 7 in row 3 column 8. So we place a 2. We can safely eliminate the 2's here, right? But does it help? Not much of a breakthrough, but what it tells us is the 2 9 cannot be in these two. It's not here, it's not here, it's not here. So this is a hidden pair of 2 9. The 2 and 9 can only occur in row 5 and row 7 along with column 7. Alright? That's still one more elimination without any breakthrough. Right? But now comes the fun. Let's look at the digit 7 for column 7. Right? If the 7 is in these two, that is in row 1 and 3, right? This is basically the coloring technique that we are using. sometimes known also as the skyscraper. We are basically looking for places where the 7 can be placed in the box 3. If it is in row 1 and 3, right, it cannot be in these 3, right? So I'm just marking the cells which cannot contain a 7. But if it was not in row 1 and 3, it will be in row 4, column 7, right? Which would eliminate the 7 from here and place the 7 in row 2, column 1. So this would be my 7. And it would again eliminate, and this can be a 7. Now what it means is, if the 7 was, for column 7, was logged in row 1 and 3, it cannot be in the cell 8 and 9, it gets placed in row 2, column 1. But if it was not in these two cells, but in row 4, column 7, it would still eliminate the 7 from here, and the only place in column 1 would be in row 2, column 1. What it means is we can eliminate the 7 from these green cells, and also the 7 will always be in row 2, column 1. This was the coloring or the skyscraper technique. So, sorry, you know for sure this is a 7 cannot be here. It can't be here, but we got a 6. So this is my 5. We eliminate the 5s, right? 1 7 1 7. So that's a 7 2. You see, logically we have removed the 2 from the column 1 here. 5 makes this a 6. Oh, sorry, 2 6 7. Oops, sorry, this was supposed to be a 1 5, not a 1. This is a my I have butterfingers today. Sorry. So that's a 7 8 7 8 2 6 7. So this becomes my 9 and a 2 9. This becomes a 6 and a 9. So that's my 5 2 8. 5 is gone, 2. So that's my 7. That's a 5. 7 cannot be here. 7 and 8 is not. And 1 and a 6. Sorry about those butterfingers there. I accidentally deleted the 5 instead of 7 from row 1, column 3. But I mean, this, for a pleasure solving, I found this to be a wonderful Sudoku that, as I said, came out accidentally. I mean, this was a good exercise for me as well to refresh all the techniques: X wing, XYZ wing, swordfish, coloring, hidden pairs. I thoroughly enjoyed solving this. Let me know what you feel in the comments. I mean, if you did enjoy the video, do like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. And also, I would suggest you try this to solve the puzzle first using the link in the description, and then look to the video if you're stuck in a place. Let me know how you found it without and with the solving time difference without and with the video. I eagerly look forward to your comments here. So till the next time, happy solving.